Hello YouTube family, PluAruna Trionfi here. How are you doing, guys? It's Sunday. Are you well rested? Is everything okay? As always, please let me in the comments. I would love to hear from you. I know you don't do that, but still, I hope someday you will start and you just share with me how is your day, and maybe again see a point in this as I do, because I do care. Yeah, without further ado, for today I thought I'm just gonna go to the old ways and do a reading that's based on the day it is. So today is Sunday, which is equal to the Sun day, and that means self, or like you specifically. So thinking maybe I'll do it like more like not so much on specific topic, like for example love or money or career, but it was going to be based more on the topic you. So whatever comes up, I'll just tell you. If it can be for love, it cannot be for love. So I mean, again, whatever comes up, I'll let you know. I'll try to, of course, as always, to focus on the positive, but if a negative definitely pops up, I will bring that as well, or I will let you know as well. Okay, so let's shuffle. Sorry for my bad shuffling skills, they're worse from that angle, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's gonna be based on 3 cards, and yeah, we'll see what's gonna come up. I'm barely seeing the cards. So okay, we have one. Okay, there's more than this one. I told you I'm barely seeing the cards. Okay, so this one. Need 2 more. Come on, go. What's the self? Okay. Okay, what I can give you as an advice today for you, specifically based on you, who are watching. The funny part is that I have really big hands, and it still like feels like these cards are crazy big whenever it's from this angle. It's like so uncomfortable to have them. I don't know how other. Okay, 4 cards. Okay, let's see. Sorry guys, those 2 wanted to come up, so I was just like, okay, let's bring them up. So let's see. I don't like reverse, so we'll go as always with upright. Okay, so this card is the Tower. I always mention that. Major Arcana, I believe. Ooh, 3. I didn't. Yeah. So 10 of Swords, and the Fool. Come on, focus. Okay. Again, Major Arcana for those of you who don't know. And the Chariot. Again, a Major Arcana card. So 3 Major Arcana and 1 minor. Of course, that doesn't mean like it's necessarily a bad thing, or like I'm sorry, I was just already getting kind of messages in my head about this. Oh, sorry, it's unfocused. I didn't even notice that it's not focused. I believe for some of you, maybe you think that currently you're in a situation where you think you cannot get out of that situation, but in a bad way. Like, I'm trying to give always examples that are in life, so you get what I mean. For example, you have started a project, but that project didn't go well, and now you're thinking, oh, okay, I cannot get out of this because, again, for example, people will think that you're a failure. Just giving you an example, I'm not saying that's exactly the situation, but that kind of a feeling that you're stuck. But I think you're not stuck. I mean, I think that you think you're stuck, but you're actually not stuck. And maybe there's a way that you don't currently see. I'm not saying that you need to just give up. I'm not saying that this is like you definitely need to give up and then continue on. But I believe there's like a small door somewhere that you don't see. Of course, that's a metaphorical. But there's something that you don't see that can help you. So maybe stop focusing that you're not going to be able to get out of this, and then you'll be able to see it. Again, a life example will be, for example, you looking for something in your house. Maybe, I'm not sure if that happened for you, but for me it happens, like, especially if I'm in a hurry, very much. So you're looking for something in your house, and you're in a hurry, like you're very late, and you're like, come on, where's that? And something important, for example, your phone or your money or your keys, something that's very important that you usually keep somewhere specifically, but this time it's not there, and you start looking and looking and looking and looking, and at some point it can be like, for example, in your pocket or somewhere where you already looked, but you didn't notice for some reason because you were so like in a panic mode that you're late. So I believe it's something like that for this situation. So you cannot see because you're so much focused on like, I'm definitely failing this, I'm not gonna get out of this. Again, this is an example with the project, but I think it can be like more like a personal as well, not only just a project. But for example, it can be a life situation or relationship situation. I definitely don't think it's as always something specific, like have that in mind. Maybe think more about it. Maybe for some of you who are already in this situation, be like, yes, exactly, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, my advice for those of you who know what I'm talking about, like, just calm down, breathe. Not like just calm down for the next 5 minutes and just breathe. In general, just calm yourself down and just think what can be that can actually get you out of this situation. And I'm sure you're gonna be okay. Hello everybody, I am sorry about this. For some reason my phone doesn't want to work well with me, and it stops whenever it stops at 8 minutes whenever I record in 4K. I have zero idea why. I thought I fixed it, but I guess it did not. So this is gonna be basically part 2 of the video that was not supposed to be separated in parts, or I will do my best to edit the video so it's a whole one video, but maybe it feels like just I paused for a moment and moved the camera a little bit. The thing is that I don't want to redo the reading, because I believe this reading means something for someone, and maybe it's gonna really help them. And even if it's just a single person, still very important for me. So I'm just gonna stick to that. So yeah, again, regarding the reading, I stopped somewhere, like I explained something, I don't remember now. I'm sorry exactly where I stopped, so I'll just continue. So yeah, for those of you who feel stuck, if you relax you wholesome, like your brain and your body, in whatever way suits for you. So for example, if you need to meditate, if you need to take a shower, if you need to listen to music, if you need to lay in bed and stare at the ceiling doing nothing, do that. But the whole idea is that you need to relax not only your brain but also your body, because sometimes whenever you relax your body, it comes up as a feeling. Maybe it's not going to be the answer is not going to be so I'm not gonna say visible, but it's gonna come up as a, you know, whenever somebody tells you like, I feel it in my gut, it's that kind of a feeling. That's what I mean. But this is also connected to the body. It's not only connected to your brain, or for example, you're not thinking only the logical way. Please bear in mind that might take longer for this to happen. So I cannot give you a specific time frame because I don't know that, but I have this whole feeling of not being easy. So maybe you need to be more patient with it, or maybe the time is gonna help in this whole situation that you're stuck in. So there's a reason for it to have maybe a longer time of period. Sorry. And by the way, I'm really having this in my head, like looking at different doors, like the whole Alice in Wonderland, in case you have watched it or you have read the books. I'm not a huge fan of Alice, so maybe this is connected to you. I just want to mention it in case it helps you. Maybe you were seeing yourself in this situation like that. I'm not completely sure, but because Alice in Wonderland, it's yes, this whole connection with the doors, okay, but at the same time, it's not the real world, and your situation is definitely real for you. So this whole part of Alice in Wonderland definitely doesn't connect to your situation. So it's just the doors. But again, I wanted to mention it in case it helps you. Just relax yourself in the way you can do it, in the way it feels right, and the answer is gonna come up. I do believe this is gonna happen, and definitely it's gonna make you feel good, and actually it's gonna make you feel great compared to the situation that you're right now. It's gonna feel amazing, and maybe you're gonna even wonder how I didn't think about that. I just want to tell you that please don't put yourself down, even if in case that you cannot do that and you have to give up, whatever give up means for you. It's okay. It's okay to give up. Sometimes you have to give up. I'm just giving you that. I'm just letting you know that there's something else that you don't see, and trying to help you. But in case you cannot take it any longer and you have to give up, do that. I hope you understand what I mean, because it's in some way it's not like connected, or like, I'm not gonna say a paradox, but it's like yeah. Sorry, just ignore that part. I'm just trying to explain to you that you don't need to put yourself down. This is me trying to explain this. Okay, so we will continue with the rest of the reading. By the way, for all of you who might need to talk to somebody, I'm here for you. I know I always say that in the beginning of the reading, and I do mean it, but in case like, okay, I feel this and that, stuck in a situation, sometimes it's easier to talk to a stranger, you know, and maybe their advice is gonna help you in some way. So yeah, regarding the rest of the reading, maybe I have not explained that before, but usually I not like this. For example, some readers, I'm not judging here, some readers look at the cards and they know the meaning, and they're like, okay, so taking the meaning in mind and maybe the subject, this means this and that. Yes, of course, this is truthful. But for me, honestly, most of the time it's a feeling or the message I'm getting regarding the topic. Of course, I take in mind what the cards mean, but it's, for example, if I'm gonna take like 80% the feeling and 20 the actual meaning of the card. That kind of like separation. And sometimes the cards are very exact, even if they don't mean this in real life. I'm not gonna say in real life, but in the books, or they're giving you other feelings, not exactly this, or for example, this was not the first feeling that you get. Sometimes they are very exact. And the situation we have here, it's exactly this. So, we have two people. I'm not gonna put like this is the female, this is the male. It can be vice versa, it can be the same sex, completely up to you. But loved ones, I'm gonna call them the loved ones. They're looking at each other. Maybe you see that. So, I think that, yeah, I do think this is a situation in life for some of you, that you are separated from your loved one for reasons such as, for example, they're part of the military and they have to go on missions, or even their job, they have to travel a lot, but they cannot always take you with them because you have a family. Or, for example, they want you to go abroad to study. Okay, so hello again. Hello to part 3 of the reading that was not supposed to be separated in parts, or maybe after the second pause, in case I have successfully edited the video. I have, if you have watched from the beginning, I explained why this is happening. I am truly sorry this is happening. I will try to fix it, but maybe not for today, because I don't want to redo the reading. I believe it's meaningful. And thank you for bearing with me today. So maybe I will repeat myself a little bit because I'm not completely sure where it stopped. So, but for these two cards, I think they're the loved ones, or they're loved ones, or they're currently in a relationship, maybe not so much, but they're separated at this moment. By separation, I mean, like, again, they're in a relationship, maybe it's a long distance relationship because they're separated by space. For example, the Chariot person, by the way, I'm gonna call it like the Chariot person and the Fool person, because I don't think they're like specific, this is the female and this is the, this is the male and this is the female. Or it can be vice versa, this is the female, this is the male, or even this is the female, this is the female. You get the idea. It can be wherever you like, wherever suits you, or actually wherever speaks to your situation in life right now. So, the Chariot person might be abroad, studying abroad, or they wanted to go live abroad, and they needed some time to make it on their own. Like, for example, to start a new job, to feel good, to know how everything works in this country or in this city. And then the Fool person is gonna go to them because they're currently in a relationship. They're gonna go to them and then gonna be together again. So the space is not gonna be a problem for them. Another example will be, for example, the Chariot person is working in the military, and I'm not completely aware how everything works, so excuse my ignorance about that. But I believe the soldiers go on missions, and sometimes they cannot even contact their loved ones for a longer time, or they cannot say specific things like where they are based, what's going on. It's very cryptic in a way. So it's again a long distance relationship, but the Fool person is definitely aware of this, and they know, and they still want to be with the Chariot person because they love them. By the way, I do think those two they love each other very much. So I'll give you the third example, which I think it's also a case for those two. The Chariot person wanted to, they had once in a lifetime situation in their life, and they had to take it. But in order to do that, they have to leave the Fool person behind. I know that sounds awful, but sometimes you have to make difficult decisions in life, especially if you're younger, you think in a different way. And definitely that was not because the Chariot person didn't love the Fool. I believe, again, those two love each other very much. It's not just the Chariot, but the Fool person as well. but they have to do it. They had to, maybe even the Fool person, like, encouraging them, like, that's important for you, you have to take it, you have to do it, even if we need to separate. It's gonna be, it's hard for us, but you need to do it. So they ended their relationship, but it come up to that point where the Chariot person, it's actually coming back for the Fool person. And I think the Chariot person loves the Fool person very much, and they will have to prove themselves. And I definitely think you, if you, in case you're the person who is watching this, do your best. I think if you do your best and you're very sincere, for example, if you want to win them with flowers, or you want to show them your love by other gifts, or by words, or by showing something, I don't know, whatever. Again, I always say that about my readings, whatever suits your situation, because I'm sure there's different people watching this, but, and whatever your love language is, like the two of you, but just, if you do your best, you will win them over again, because they do love you. Even if they don't show you, the Fool person still loves you very much. So this is definitely my advice for you, in case this is the situation, in case you're the Fool person. Maybe I believe for you it will be maybe a little bit different. Maybe for you will be the one who is still waiting, and you're not completely sure if this is gonna happen, like, ever, if you're gonna be together ever. I think you will be together. Maybe if this is the situation for you, maybe you need to put yourself on the line. I know that sounds very difficult sometimes, but if you're truthful to that, to your loved one, I think it's gonna work out. I was going to say that it's not, even if it doesn't work out, it's okay, but I do definitely think it's gonna work out. You just have to be honest to yourself first, and then honest to the Chariot person. So for the Chariot person, my advice is that do your best to win them over again. And for the Fool person, it's be honest. Not honest, but truthful. I believe this word is more suitable. So be truthful to yourself. Again, I'm gonna repeat that because maybe in some way you are lying to yourself. Maybe you're thinking like, oh no, I don't love them, they treated me the worst, I'm not gonna do it. But you love them very much, and you're actually suffering inside, and you putting yourself down. I guess it's a theme for today. But yeah, it's definitely not, it's not good for you to do that, and in the long run it's actually gonna be worse for you. So be truthful to yourself, and then be truthful to the person, to the Chariot person, to the one that you actually love, and it's gonna work out. I'm not completely sure how it's gonna work out, but it's gonna work out. Maybe you don't know, but the Chariot person is just waiting for you to say the word, and then just gonna sweep you off your feet, or in this case, your tail. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be helpful. By the way, there's 20 more seconds. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for stopping by. And yeah, have a great week ahead, and thank you. Bye bye.